The scary truth about Steph Curry and the 2025 Warriors. What does it take to be known as one of the best NBA players ever? We'll talk about Steph Curry's amazing journey and the Warriors' plans for the future as they get ready for the 2025 season in this video. Can this famous team get back to the top, or do they have a different plan? Come with me as we find out the truth. Despite the fact that the NBA environment is constantly shifting, there is one name that remains dependably prominent among the league's most top players: Steve Curry. The 36-year-old point guard, who is also known as Chef Curry, has established himself not only as one of the finest shooters in the history of basketball, but also as one of the most influential players who have ever graced the court. In light of the fact that the Golden State Warriors are on the verge of beginning the 2025 season, there is a concern that is constantly on everyone's mind. What does the future hold for the Warriors? And is the fabled dynasty genuinely in danger of disintegrating? There is a dynasty that is at a crossroads. The 2025 Warriors are confronted with a one-of-a-kind collection of chances and difficulties. The Warriors have found themselves under the microscope more than they ever had before as a result of the turbulent season that they successfully handled in 2024. The departure of key players, including Klay Thompson's move to the Dallas Mavericks, has caused many people to question whether or not the once dominant club is still capable of competing for the coveted Larry O'Brien Trophy. In spite of the difficulties, there are rumors emerging about the possibility of a comeback, which would be led by none other than Curry himself. Curry's influence on the game. The influence that Curry has had on the game cannot be understated. The Warriors have won 4 championships under his leadership, and he has been named the most valuable player of the National Basketball Association, NBA, on 2 separate occasions. Curry continues to defy expectations, demonstrates an unwavering ability to compete at a top level, and this is despite the fact that he is getting older. His recent performance in international play, in which he contributed to the United States of America winning a gold medal, is evidence of his tenacity and his ability to produce results, especially as the Warriors manage the challenges of a reconfigured roster. The leadership and expertise that Curry brings to the table are vital sources of information. It is possible that the guidance of Curry will be the key to unlocking the potential of the squad, especially considering that younger players such as Jonathan Kuminga are rising into more important roles. Nevertheless, is this sufficient to keep the Warriors in the running for the championship? Reconstructing the roster. The roster for the 2025 Warriors features a diverse collection of players, including both seasoned veterans and exciting young talent. One more pillar of the dynasty, Draymond Green, continues to be an essential component of the jigsaw after all these years. His defensive skills and basketball intelligence are extremely important for the squad as they strive to keep their edge over the competition. The Warriors, on the other hand, have also made some bold additions to complement their key players who are getting older. Jonathan Kuminga, the athletic behemoth who has demonstrated great growth during his tenure in the league, has entered the picture. As Kuminga prepares to enter his 4th season, he is well positioned to make a significant leap in output, particularly given that he is now in the penultimate year of his contract and is playing for a contract. It is common for athletes to improve their performance during the contract year phenomenon in the expectation of securing a lucrative deal, and Kuminga is not an exception to this rule. Expectations are high for him to provide a breakout season, possibly averaging around 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. This is because he is transitioning into his athletic prime at this stage in his career. However, the roster is comprised of more than simply the youthful guns. Additionally, the Warriors strengthened their lineup by adding players with a lot of experience. The addition of D'Anthony Melton and Buddy Hield provides more depth, while the addition of Moses Moody and Kyle Anderson provides versatility and a combination of youth and experience. A squad that is well balanced and able to accommodate a variety of playing styles is produced by this combination. There is a mystery surrounding the Splash Brothers. Curry and Thompson, who were originally considered to be the Splash Brothers, have evolved into a pair that is more equivalent to the phrase Splash Brother and Splash Buddy. A number of eyebrows have been raised as a result of Thompson's recent departure to the Mavericks, which has led to uncertainty regarding the future of this legendary duo. In spite of the fact that Curry's abilities have not been compromised, the absence of Thompson, who was vital to the success of the Warriors, has resulted in an uncertainty that has the potential to determine the path that the club will take. Even though these changes have occurred, there is still a ray of optimism because of Curry's tenacity and competitive attitude. Even when confronted with challenges, he has repeatedly shown that he is capable of rising to the situation and fulfilling his responsibilities. It is yet unclear whether he is capable of elevating his teammates to the same level of performance as he is. There is a desire to win the championship. When it comes to their hopes of winning a championship, the Warriors of 2025 are up against some formidable opponents. These teams, such as the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Lakers, are tough because they have superstars who have the ability to control the outcome of games. However, the Warriors have something that sets them apart from other teams: a culture of winning and a wealth of experience. With 9 championship rings under his belt, Steve Kerr is the leader of the Warriors and possesses a lot of leadership experience. In order to successfully navigate the challenges of an 82-game season, his capacity to adapt and strategize against a variety of opponents will be the most important factor. Despite the fact that the Warriors have experienced difficulties in the past, Golden State is the only team that has demonstrated the ability to recover from defeat and emerge victorious. The predicament of the lottery. Gilbert Arenas, a former NBA All-Star, is one of the critics who has predicted that the Warriors will be selected in the lottery. Despite the fact that it is reasonable to evaluate the shortcomings of the team, such pessimism fails to take into account the opportunities for improvement. Despite the fact that the Warriors might not be the dominant force they once were, it would be a mistake to completely disregard their chances of making the playoffs. The Warriors were only 5 wins away from clinching a higher playoff seed in the previous season. They were on the verge of achieving that goal. Providing that they are able to steer clear of the late-game collapses that plagued them throughout the previous season, they have a genuine opportunity to make the playoffs, if not to compete for the championship. The Warriors' prospects for the future. Looking ahead, the Warriors' future is dependent on a number of different elements. The general chemistry of the squad, the state of Curry's health, and Kuminga's development are all going to be extremely important factors in deciding the club's level of success. It will also be extremely important for the squad to be able to adjust to the constantly shifting landscape of the NBA. Fans and commentators alike will be keeping a close eye on the Warriors as the season draws closer to see how they handle the hurdles they face. Are they going to accept the role of the underdog and use it as a source of motivation to show their critics that they are wrong? Is it possible that the burden of expectations will be too much to bear? The Golden State Warriors are not even close to being finished with their season in the larger scheme of things. There is no question that they will continue to pose a danger so long as Stephen Curry is playing for them. The engaging story that will be presented moving into the 2025 season is a result of his ability to perform well under pressure, in addition to the exciting young talent that is rising throughout the team. Now, what is the terrifying reality regarding Steph Curry and the Warriors in the year 2025? The Warriors have the heart of champions, despite the fact that the naysayers may dismiss them as unworthy of consideration. It would not be surprising if they made a deep playoff run, defying the critics and restoring their place among the league's top, with Curry leading the charge. That would be a significant accomplishment. As a matter of fact, Curry himself stated, "Don't worry about me," while he was competing in the Olympics. One thing is clear in the unpredictable world of the National Basketball Association, NBA. A team led by Stephen Curry should never be counted out. The Warriors of 2025 might simply take all of us by surprise. Want to keep up with the latest developments in the NBA and the Golden State Warriors? Subscribe now and become part of our basketball family. You won't want to miss what's coming next.